Looking for a game that will give your brain a bit of a workout? Well, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll be going through 15 indie strategy games, and whether you're a seasoned strategy gamer or someone totally new to the genre, this list has something for everyone. This is something we do regularly here at the Indie Brew, so make sure to subscribe to the channel for more indie game content. Without further ado, let's dive into some awesome strategy games. In this tower defense strategy game, clicks are your main resource. Clickyland sees you build up a village using clicks to harvest resources, fight enemies, and manage your village. You only get 20 clicks per day, so you'll need to strategically use them and use your hard-earned coins to buy upgrades and buildings. With procedural levels for each run, over 35 different buildings to unlock, and over 30 different enemies to keep you on your toes, this is a game that has a whole lot of bang for your click. Will you be able to survive 100 days in Clickyland? Step into the boots of a swashbuckling pirate and attempt to take over the Caribbean one island at a time in Republic of Pirates. In this hybrid colony sim / strategy game, you'll need to run your colony to allow you to build up a naval army. Collect resources to build ship, hire the best captains in the Isles, and set sail to take down your rival pirates. Each island has different resources, so you'll need to strategically capture them in order to facilitate your growth as you work your way up to the top pirate spot. With real-time naval combat, this is a great action-filled choice with a side of resource management in there too. Protect your fledgling crab colony as you prepare for the coming of the next crab god in Crab God. This beautiful side-scroller game sees you build up your colony crab by crab as you migrate deep enough in the ocean to hatch the next crab god. You'll need to generate favor from the outgoing crab god, plant a range of sea plants to attract sea life, and collect food to allow for migration. This won't all be smooth sailing as nighttime brings out the darker side of the ocean, and you'll need to have a group of avid hunters ready to take down your enemies. Build up defenses, perform rituals to upgrade your colony, and most importantly, protect the crab god in this wholesome strategy game. This poker roguelike game is one of 2024's more popular indie games, and it's pretty easy to see why. In this strategy deck builder, you play poker, but with a roguelike twist. You'll combine poker hands with unique joker cards to create some pretty wild synergies. Every pickup, discard, and joker has the potential to change a run, keeping you on your toes, and you'll uncover hidden decks and bonus hands as you progress. Earn enough chips to defeat the devious blinds and eventually take on the boss blind and reach the final ante to secure your victory. This is a game perfect for the card game or strategy lover. In this side-scroller adventure game, you'll take on the evil greed that is attempting to overrun your kingdom. Kingdom Two Crowns is a strategy kingdom building game where you need to build up your kingdom whilst defending it from the greed. You'll explore a world shrouded in mystery, uncovering ruins, treasure, and hidden knowledge to aid your kingdom's growth. Build up your army and your defenses, constructing walls, resource buildings, and more to ensure your kingdom's survival. And if you're feeling brave enough, you can head right into the greed's lair to take them down for good. With solo and co-op modes available, this is a great strategy choice with a side of kingdom building. In this strategy puzzle game, you'll build up cities from scratch, all by merging tiles. Teeny Tiny Town is a tiny merge game where you need to merge 3 identical tiles together to grow your city. This may seem simple, but the small map size compared with the merging placements make this a game with a surprisingly large amount of strategy in it. With a range of different types of tiles to merge, map styles, and more, this is a great casual strategy puzzle game for a nice brain stretch. This deck building game blends roguelite escape room style puzzles with psychological horror. Inscryption is a game packed to the brim with strategy, story, and some pretty dark themes. You'll go up against some interesting characters in a black card-based game, building a deck of woodland creatures by draft, surgery, and self-mutilation. This is definitely not a game for the faint-hearted, but if you love some darker themes, this is a great strategy pick. Reanimate an army of the dead to defend your tower in the strategy tower defense game Necrosmith 2. This deadly game sees you collect various skeletal parts which you can merge together and reanimate, forming a formidable army. Every day will see new hordes of enemies set out to destroy you, and you'll need to strategically decide what to do with your army. Will you meet your enemies on the battlefield or keep your soldiers close to home to protect your tower? With a quirky graphic style and roguelike elements allowing you to upgrade between each run, this is a great darker game for the strategy lover. In this cozy roguelike game, you'll head out into the deadly miasma to rescue lost villagers. Into the Emberland, you've been chosen as a light bearer and equipped with a magical lantern full of embers that allows you to venture into the dark. Each ember grants you a step into the mysterious miasma, where you'll collect resources, find lost knacks, and more to rebuild your village. You'll need to strategically choose which way you want to explore, and more importantly, when to head back, as if your lantern fades, you'll become lost until the next bearer of light finds you. This one is still in early access, but it's a great strategy choice for the cozy game. In this turn-based strategy game, you'll become the master of living ink. Inkulinati is a medieval strategy game that sees you build your own bestiary to defeat medieval superstars. In each battle, you'll draw your army of beasts and spill the ink of your enemies to secure your victory, unlocking perks along the way. With a range of different deadly beasts to unlock and equip, as well as some extra sizzle in the form of hand actions that interact with the page, this is a hilariously dark game, perfect for the turn-based tactics lover. Carefully arrange items in your backpack and take on others in the inventory management auto-battler backpack battles. In this interesting spin on a turn-based strategy game, you'll buy and craft items before seeing how much you can squeeze into your backpack. Your backpack will be the only supplies you can use in your battle, so you'll need to make some careful choices to allow you to deal damage and counter what your enemy has in their bag. With ranked and casual modes and some different hero classes to choose from, this is a pretty unique strategy game that combines puzzle elements and action in an addictive way. In this game, you'll become a god and take control of mighty giants to shape worlds. Reus 2 is a strategy god game where your choices will determine the fate of the fragile human beings that inhabit your world. You'll need to create an ecosystem of resources to enable civilization to thrive, with your choices shaping their development from early societies to modern civilizations. There's 6 different giants to choose from that each have unique abilities, and as you progress you can unlock more skills for them too, giving you more choices for shaping your planet. This is a god game that literally sees you shape worlds, and it's perfect for the strategy lover. Manage colonies across worlds in this sci-fi flavored strategy game. Imagine Earth sees you take on the role of a space colony manager responsible for exploring and populating distant planets. Now this isn't your typical colony sim because you'll need to build up civilization on a global scale and trade resources and goods into space. You'll need to choose between expansion and ecocide as you carefully balance maintaining a healthy ecosystem with growing your cities and turning a profit. This is definitely a great choice for the colony sim lover with a stack of strategy elements in there to keep you on your toes. In this tower defense game, you'll build mazes out of block cards in your hand as you attempt to protect your ember. Emberward is a roguelike deck builder / tower defense game where you'll need to utilize limited blocks to build the ultimate defense system. You'll need to utilize your wall blocks and towers to take down your enemies, and along the way collect ruin cards which can grant a much needed boost to your cards. Each run sees you play different maps, tower compositions and mazes, so you know no 2 runs will be the same. This is an interesting spin on a tower defense game that makes for a really addictive game. Choo choo, the nostalgia train is here and it's arrived in a puzzle strategy game. Teeny Tiny Train sees you take a step back into your childhood, constructing different wooden train tracks. You'll need to get your train from one point to another, laying out train track pieces to ensure they get there safely. While it may start out simply, you'll soon see more track types added and more trains added too, upping the ante on this casual puzzle game. This is the perfect strategy puzzle game to scratch that nostalgic itch. That is a wrap on 15 indie games for strategy lovers. If you're looking for more indie game recommendations, click here. And until next time, stay caffeinated.